Hello, welcome to Slade on Slade. This is my wife Leslie. I am Keith, and today we're going to be talking about magical powers. First, I want to show my upcoming book, The House of Ribbons, due out sometime in 2021.
Yep.
We are on the absolute final stages of editing right now. I'm doing my part. Book 2 is already at the editor right now, so,
Here we go.
it's an exciting time. First off, I'd like to wish everybody a happy St. Patrick's Day. And with the theme of St. Patrick's Day, today we're going to be doing magical powers because of the wee little people, the leprechauns.
So my first question for you today is, when you write about your magical powers or superpowers, how do you do it?
All right, well, so for me, superpowers and magical powers are almost the same shit, because if somebody could fly, everybody's going to say it's magic. Superpowers, it's going to be whatever. It's just a title. How I do it is I just think, what would I like the individual character to have? And in today's world, when you're competing against DC or Marvel, pretty much everybody's superpowers are tapped, unless you go for something crazy like, I don't know, man. It's just, they pretty much cornered the market.
Oh yeah,
Somebody can grow their butt extra long, so you can go kiss my ass, and his ass grows really long. And that's what I don't know. I mean, almost all the powers are pretty covered. So I just try to imagine the individual and what kind of powers they give them, and try not to make them too overpowered. But some people have to be overpowered, because if you're overpowered, the downfall is even greater.
Mm-hmm. When you write magical powers in a character, do you write limitations on that character?
Yeah, I mean, you got to have some limitations, because you don't want them to be able to do everything. Like I said a couple of seconds ago, if they're overpowered, their fall will be even greater. Don't I look like the guy from Run DMC? You're too young for that. My wife, she doesn't know.
So you have to draw the line.
Yeah, sometimes you got to draw the line because you want to get somebody slapped around. But like I said, you can have a completely overpowered character as long as you have tears, okay? Just think, you as an individual going against Arnold Schwarzenegger at his absolute physical finest in the mid-70s, he would be overpowered compared to you. So if everybody has tears, but you all always have to remember, unless this person is going to be this omnipotent being, they have to have some kind of trapdoor weakness.
Okay.
Hey, why did the glasses go off?
They went off last time too.
Oh yeah, okay, saving batteries, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's such a good idea. Oh, that's awesome. That's fucking great.
When you write your superpowers, do you write a weakness in there so that there's a way to defeat them?
Yeah, that's why I mentioned before trapdoors. You know, his weakness was pureed carrots. Even he didn't know it.
Like in the Wizard of Oz water.
Wizard of Oz water?
Yeah, the witch's weakness was
fucking
water.
retarded, terrible weakness. Look, does it never rain in Oz? Does it never rain? Okay, what are people drinking? If you know you have an allergy to water, like in that terrible movie Signs by M. Night Shyamalan, hey, listen, hey, we're going to invade this planet. We'll go down there. Hey, man, we're allergic to water. It's 70% water on that planet. Ah, shut the hell up, you downer. Let's go down anyways. Do you see what I'm saying?
I completely
Well,
understand.
there's actually a theory about that. I'm going to break from what we're doing. It wasn't the water they were allergic to. It was the fact that the lead guy, Mel Gibson's character, was a priest. And therefore, all the water that was left in his house, so you're trying to get me off track. All the water left in his house was holy water, and they were actually demons, because you never saw flying ships. Weird theory, huh? Has nothing to do with this story, but technically it's a superpower, because, you know, like you run around squirting people with a squirt gun, water in your face, water in your face, water. That's not what that is, you know? I don't know what kind of squirt gun does that. Super soaker. Wink.
So my next question for you is, do you describe the superpower or the magical power that you have?
Oh, show don't tell question. Whoops, or is it not?
Yeah,
No.
no.
I like to break a lot of shit down, because that's when I read. I like to be told a lot of stuff. The whole, hey, you need to show, not tell. I never really understood that. I was late in life before I really understood that. I don't know what age I was. How old was I a week ago? I don't know what show, don't tell means. How do I show you something in a book? How do I show you how beautiful a man or a woman is? How? Explain that to me. Leave it in the comments right down. I don't have a clue, okay? I got my editor constantly poking at me going like this, Keith, listen, I need you to show, don't tell. Oh, I need you to tell me what that means because I don't have a clue. So what was your question?
Do you describe the power?
Yeah, I like to describe the power because I want to show, tell, whatever that is. I want to show you what that is. So you can get I want to paint a very vivid picture in your mind because that's what I want when I read it. You want me to just do the whole thing again? I blew this whole.
When you are writing your superpowers / magical powers, do you describe them, what they feel like to your character?
Oh, you mean the show, don't tell question? Yeah, I want to tell you because when I read, I like to be told. I like lists. I want to know if you got a ship. I want to know what you got in your cargo hold. I want to know the list. And I want you to tell me what a superpower is. Just boom, 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 so I could have a painted imagery in my head of what it is. And I want to paint an imagery in there. Because I'm not really good at show, don't tell. I mean, I'm getting it right. Olivia, my editor, is telling me I'm getting it right. But then when she asks certain questions like, hey, in this scene right here, I would rather you show than tell. And I'm always like, give an example because I don't have a clue what you're talking about. My eyes look super green, doesn't it?
So you want to describe what the power is so that they understand.
Yeah, I want the reader to be like, oh yeah, okay. Because I don't want to just be like, oh, and flew around zapping people. Okay, like zapping people with like an actual laser or something like that.
Mm-hmm. So the next question I have for you is, do you describe how the power works on other characters?
Didn't I just answer that in the last question?
No.
I guess I didn't. She said no, I guess I didn't. So let me.
You didn't. You did have felt to the character.
Yeah, everybody who's got whatever kind of, I call them gifts and abilities. I try to paint the best picture I can, so that some people in the House of Ribbons, in the world that the House of Ribbons exists in, they only need to touch to have conversations, but it's light speed communication. And not only that, but they go into a library. And whilst in the library, they can look at stuff. You could be like, hey man, do you want to know what my food preference history is? Here's a book for that. Here's a book. So, and time almost doesn't even pass outside of the mind. So when they have that ability, I describe how
you describe it.
Yeah, I think that, and then anybody else, and if they can levitate.
Oh, I also like how you described how Sophia's gift affected other characters.
Yeah,
I liked that. When you write about your powers, do you write about how the character feels about how they have that power?
Yeah, because you've got a few people who are, I wouldn't say envious, but they have power, but then their friend next to them has different powers. I mean, no matter what you can do, like what if you can fly? Okay, have you ever taken into account that if you wish, I wish I could fly like Superman. Have you ever taken into account how cold 35,000 feet is? Not to mention the lack of breathable oxygen. So you'd have to make the wish. I wish I could fly like Superman, be cold resistant, yada, 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 because making a wish is all about specificity.
When you're writing about the superpower / magical powers, you write about their power before they actually use it in a battle.
Yeah, because I want, look, if you had, let's say, 4 times the speed that you currently have, 3 times the strength that you currently have, and you can do light mind reading within so many feet, you're going to use it all the time, okay? So, just to illustrate it in battle would make that character, to me, very one-dimensional. So, like when you're watching an X-Men movie or, and you're seeing, people who are fast in the background zipping around, that's what they would do. If you could move really fast, would you really just kind of take a leisurely stroll No, you're gonna zip over to your refrigerator, zip back to your couch. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna
Plus,
be
you
whatever.
don't want the power to be a convenient power to get them out of the situation. You
No,
want
yeah. If they just,
them
oh,
to-
hey, by the way, I'm super fast.
Or like, yeah, like you want to show the power knowing that you planned ahead a little bit, not just,
Well,
oh,
mean,
I
if you
painted
had,
myself into a corner, then I can't get out of it. Let me just create something to get me out of it.
yeah,
Type of thing. You see what I'm
yeah, I
saying?
don't do that. They use their gifts and abilities whenever they need to. Look, if you could levitate something, would you ever get off your ass right now? I'm asking you on the couch right there. Your water bottle's over there, your drinks over there, you levitate it. No. And then you got it, you drink. And then you know, I don't know, do whatever you do else with the levitation. I would do bonkers shit all the time. But I wouldn't just be like, oh, I'm in the middle of a fight. I got up against the wall. Let me now inexplicably levitate. No, I just use them all the time. If you got gifts, you're going to use them. If you're not going to use them, what the fuck is the sense of writing them?
So my last question for you is there any other magical powers that you haven't done?
Yeah, I want to do a guy who can make gold coins appear out of nowhere. But then when people go to use those gold coins, they turn into copper coins. So he just constantly gets beautiful. No, I don't know. I used all the powers I wanted to use. I wanted to try to make it look realistic, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you know.
So that is all we have for you today. So if you like our content, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button below.
Yeah, I can't grow a really good beard, so this is going to have to do. This is my leprechaun beard right there. With that being said, bye.
Bye.